ABL.
All right, guys. Testing. Everybody can hear me? All right. So let's recap from morning what we did today. So let's first look at our morning spike. So the first rule in the morning is, guys, anything that's gapping down, you know, I came late today. In future, try to get early to show you guys how this works. But the point is, anything that's gapping down in the morning, look at my commentary in the alerts, or you can search my name and you can see the commentary from the morning. Anything is that is gapping down under this 3450 EMA, it's bearish to start the day. To start the day, it's bearish,
ABL.
and then we look at the follow through on that bearish move. So SPY was bearish because it was under this EMA cloud, and then it broke the once it breaks this pre-market lows, then we get the follow through. So our first idea in the morning, we wanted to short it, and then as it was working, then it got stuck somewhere here. Uh, so our target was fill the gap 438, broke the 438, and then it started to consolidate here, this area 437, and we covered mostly here. We were out, and I think some of you were still in the short. And what happened after that, there was a big order, call order on SPX.
EDTX.
So there's a big call order, which I didn't see at that time, but we did see a lot of buying at here 437. When you see these candles, right? One candle, two candle, three, all these candles for 1 hour were kind of getting absorbed right here. And if you saw the flow, there was a 50 million flow on SPX, and then we started curling. And I said 438 is the key for the curl, and we added some calls here, and then our first target was 439, and it still held the trend. And then my next target was 440, right? And then we were out at 440s, and then we thought maybe it dips, but it held it. Check this out, right? It held this level and then continued to push, right? But we were out by that time. And then we were also trading Tesla. We were shorting the Tesla under, first of all, this break, again under the bearish trend, rejected the EMA clouds, and then it was holding a support at 273 as noted. And I also mentioned higher lows on 10-minute. Higher lows means it's time to get out, even though it's a bearish trend, but we should be thinking of getting out because it's not all day hold the put trend. And remember the 10 a.m. rule. By 10 a.m., look at this was 10 a.m. If the stock doesn't make a new low, then it would most ideally, it would just chop around, or maybe it bounces. So accordingly, so we got this here, and then Tesla was the long bounce scalp. Then 278 was the resistance, nothing much here. And QQQ found a support at 10 a.m., but we wanted to long it over 366. And from 366, I got just like a dollar here, dollar move. That was good. And then comes the Meta pre-market 300 psychological level, 298 levels. On my live stream, there's a reason I mark this. I put this shading here. I mark the levels so that if you are long or short, you can easily identify those levels rather than somebody else telling you what to do. So we held here till 10 a.m. bounce. I had already drawn this level, and guess what? That's where it rejected. And I mentioned clearly 298 and 300 resistances. So if you were shorting it, you got another big trade, 5 points, right? Even if you have like small account, you have 100 shares, that's good enough. Risking if you have entry here, you can risk here. If you have higher entry, you can risk 300. Still 1 to 3 trade there. So then we were waiting. Then we were waiting for the short. I was out of it. I had no position, but I was trying to short it. But then went 2 points under this level and then reclaimed back, and that was the reason to get out of the short, because it's reclaiming the support. And and then we can revisit it later. So those were the main four ones. Then let's look at our CRBU. So CRBU, the morning trade on the on trading floor was, this was our pre-market breakout right here. And on this pre-market breakout, we were hoping for like a push higher, and I think we got what, almost $1 here. And then it went sideways all day. Look at it, 3450 EMA gave up, and then it was sideways all day. 1 second, let me fix something here. I need to fix something. So yeah, so that was our CRBU. And you have to see this, right? Once a certain level fails, it starts to get back. And then there's a no long here. That's what my commentary was. So there was no long there. That was our CRBU. Let's look at Rivian. I had no day trade in Rivian. This was the swing. The reason for the swing was strength in EV names. And look at the 16 breakout. If you go back to my original tweets, this was a level that was very important. Rejected once, twice, thrice, 4 times. And we had a good news today. And today we were waiting for this 21 breakout. Even if you were day trading, when I mentioned the 21 breakout, this was the reason. I was not just looking at intraday, I was looking at 1 hour, and I was looking at the daily chart. So it was breaking this, and it held. When the resistance acts as a magnet, it has more chances of breaking out. Even if you were day trading, if you had your stops here at 20 cents or 10 cents and you took the 21 breakout, which was imminent, you still made 50 cents, right? So risking like 20 cents, making 50 cents is a good trade. So that's a flag breakout intraday trade. So what else did we trade? There were some good calls on this IPO. It was nothing special, but there were some good calls by other members. I think Nuro was calling out right at IPO. So rule with the IPO is always that whenever you try to long, your risk is always low of the IPO. So the low was 460, then it came back to 460 after moving initially. And then we also talked about, I think somebody in the room took a position at 470, and then I mentioned it's a good risk 460, and it went to 550, almost 70-80 cents, risking 20 cents. So that is the risk reward, not just adding blindly. There should be a risk reward. 1 second, I need to fix the screen. All right, so that was a Chinese IPO. I mean, you can still keep it on a watch, see if it does something later. Okay, so let's check out Apple. So I personally did not trade Apple, but in the morning I drew this on the light stream. So reason I drew is the same reason, same system, right? So it's holding this level. You see this price alert here? There was a reason I put this price alert, because if it fell down here, then it was going to downtrend, bearish EMA clouds, and it reclaimed EMA clouds right here, right? Long confirms here from the pre-market into the gap. So if you look at 1 hour, so there was this gap as well. So these are the concepts, right? For every trade, there has to be reasoning, concepts, gap, into the gap, long, and kept going. So that was from the morning when we drew it. And we did look at Microsoft as well. no personal trade for me in Microsoft, but this was our range. It was not that clean, but kind of choppy. But you could still find a level to risk here for the Microsoft trades. So there was not really a super trend trade today, apart from the ones we discussed. So there was another small name we were talking. Yeah, this name. So CCC in the morning live stream, we drew this level of breakout. It was over 3450. I drew this level and it exactly went to this level. Why? And I'm not drawing this after the fact. If we drew it in the morning before the move, so it rejected from here. So that's how the support resistance works. It's not just a myth. Support resistance really works. You need to understand to draw these levels beforehand. Okay, what did we miss? Okay, Rivian, we covered Rivian. Meta. Yeah, we covered the main ones. So let's talk about the SE. Yeah, we'll talk about BTI. SE was our swing, took a loss at 56. Because here's the thing, if you don't take a loss and you start to just hope that, oh, it can work, because you added, because somebody alerted or I alerted, and you're holding, you're down pretty much a lot from 57s, right? So you have to cut. So uh, I think Chris in the room, he first cut it, he followed the rules, and then I told cut it. So no use, that's fine. Red day. So today was the red days of most were going down. Sound. A lot of people still want sound. Sound, the level is 330. 490 was the risk. We had a good swing from here to 5. You have to respect your, if you respected the stops that I've been talking for a long time, you could have saved a lot of pain. If you did not stop out here, you stopped out here, that was unwanted loss, unless you are a long-term investor and you have a bigger risk. Okay, let's look at you. So you 40, okay, it's 39.66. 40 is a good level, but I personally thought let it come further down. Yeah, it's kind of, it holds 40, it can curl. It's not a bad level actually to swing back. There's a gap support at 38.89. I like you. Sava, somebody in the trading floor made a nice call on Sava, and he was asking me. I said there's a resistance at 28.50 because it's a big extension day yesterday, and when it reclaimed this EMA clouds, then it pushed 50 $70, then even pushed $1. So it was not a bad risk reward law of this candle, but good calls on the trading floor. Nicely done. Okay, thanks. Yeah, CRBU, Matt, we just discussed CRBU. CRBU we already discussed. It was our pre-market breakout trade from the trading floor discussions. And then there was another trade here where it was holding this level, and I think some few of you guys in the room traded from like 640s to like 680s. This range somebody traded, and then we were out here, and then we were completely out here. No use, because it's gonna come back at this level right here. So that was CRBU. Yeah. What else? Anything else we traded today? Yeah, EDTX was all day. It was again one of those crazy ones, right? You can't really, only thing you can look at it is volume wise, or if it held the level. And these ones you cannot size crazy, because if you size crazy, then you can lose pretty quick. What happened here is, I think the shorts were still in it, and it started to hold, and end of the day shorts panicked and they started to cover it. So you see this level was holding. EDTX, this level was holding. So yeah. So what else? Yeah, it was nothing, not a special day. There was nothing much going on today. Most of the names are giving up. Yeah. Disney. Let's look at Disney. I know some people out there. Yeah, Disney. As long as this holds 87 area, it is fine. Every time it hits 80, 87, it bounces. Hits 87, bounces. So when this happens, you scale out some. Unless you are a long-term investor where you have bigger range like 87 risk or 84 risk. So that's with the Disney. BTAI was a big trade for us yesterday. I did not trade today, but it's still in the gap. Over 1150, I was interested, but never came there. So just will keep an eye on BTI. I'm not swinging it or anything because it's a fraud allegations. You never know. Some news comes overnight and they just kill it. Yeah, PayPal. When we talked about yesterday, I was interested over here, more over here, rather than there. But I guess it fell back to the here. You can use the 65, 60s. This area as your risk right here. This previous bounce area, 65 ideally. Yeah, Rivian, I think it's good to it's good to hold. I mean, it's working out good for us. There's no reason to cut, right? It's been working out from 16. So next resistance on Rivian, uh, 22 is. We'll see how it reacts at 22. Then 25s, and we'll see 22. We should take some off though. We had less plays today, but they were all decent. They were not high risk plays, so it doesn't matter if there are not a lot of tickers going on. TTTO, I don't know. These super small pennies are always hard. I don't know, man. If it can hold this level, maybe push. But yeah, it's the daily chart is pretty dangerous. Tomorrow, keep eye tomorrow. Okay, if it gets back over this level, you can keep eye on TTO. Okay. Okay, 2 minutes left, guys. Make sure you close any of your positions that you're not willing to hold overnight or you don't know what you're doing, so you better close it. 2 minutes left. Okay, I want to look at Nvidia quickly. Yeah, Nvidia, I was hoping it dips a little lower, but man, so much strength. AMD, LT 108, um, don't see any level. I mean, yeah, 110 was good to add more, but we had a nice move from 108s. Tomorrow is Friday, so we will see what market does. Let me quickly look at SPY, then we will close. Intel is a good name. There's a gap here. We keep eye, if a bullish day tomorrow, we keep eye on the gap to fill right here. Only if it's a bullish day. But tomorrow will be interesting on SPY. What we do, either we go back up into the resistance area and reject. So there is a lot of resistance now. This is a resistance 441. Then there's a resistance 442. So we'll see. But if 1 hour gets bullish tomorrow, then we'll trade. No, we'll see. We'll make a plan in the morning, see how it does. But it can easily reject here as well, the resistance. Yeah, man. We'll look at rest of the tickers tomorrow. For this session, I just wanted to recap the today's trades. Here you go, guys. So I'm gonna put the recording on my YouTube, so whoever missed can see later. All right, guys. Hope everybody had a good day. Don't worry if you did not make any money. Don't worry. Just focus on that you are executing it right. That should be your focus, not the money. Money will come later. Because if you focus, oh, I did not make any money today, then you will make wrong decisions tomorrow. The focus is, did you understand why a trade was working for someone or why it didn't work for you? The reason behind each trade is what you need to understand. So money will follow. I have lost enough money when I think about money. So you know there there's whole life in front of you to trade. So just focus on execution. It's all the same EMA clouds. Yeah, EMA clouds are same. Cool. I'm gonna put more recaps on my website. If you can, please give some love to my website. And that's about it, guys. Yeah, execution will come. Just takes time, right? Size small, size tiny. Don't go crazy size. If you can make good trades with 10 shares, let's say you make 10 trades with 10 shares, show yourself that you can make some good positive trades. Let you can do 10 20 trades, maybe do 20 trades. Okay, your actual size is 100 200 shares or options, and but you are not doing good, then just go to one fifth the size where the losses won't damage you, and try to prove yourself. Put it on a paper that you can do 20 trades, and out of 20, even if 12 of those you are winning, that's good. And in the 8 you are losing, you are not losing everything, but you're controlling your losses. If you can do that, then you can do that with the 100 trades. The problem is you size crazy trying to make money. You are not able to see what is working, what is not. You lose track of your plan and everything. And that's how it's going. So yeah, no worries. Any other quick question before we go? And just to let some of you know, guys, I have opened up my website for for so for some mentorship. If I have time, you can submit on the mentorship form. It's on the website if, if you need more help. But that is only for someone who has been trading for a few years, has a bigger account. And maybe I can help you. But I will do some webinars for the smaller account folks. We'll do something, group webinars or something. But anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow morning. Yeah, I have to go somewhere. I will be here in the morning, but I would be leaving early and then come back later. So hopefully we can find some trades in the morning and. All right, fam. Wanna put some songs on?